Hello, my name is Zoelle Wong. I am a fourth-year student in aerospace engineering and Chinese. My graduation year is 2022. I am from Temple, Texas, and currently I am an intern as a software engineer at METECS. METECS is a contractor company for NASA at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. They primarily specialize in robotics, simulation, and software. On the software team, we are primarily responsible for Realm. Realm is in charge of inventory on the ISS. And Realm does this by collecting sensor data known as what we call RFID, or radio frequency ID technology. What is radio frequency ID technology? Well, you see it actually every day. It's in the grocery store, and you have these barcodes that you have on fruits or vegetables, and then you use a scanner to scan it. That's what RFID is. So on the ISS, to keep track of things, because it's very easy to lose things on the ISS during docking and non-docking, we put stickers of barcodes on everything that we need to keep track of. And then what happens is that these stickers release data, like sensor data, which is picked up by antennas or robots, which read them. And then that data is sent back to ground station and analyzed by us. So Realm is a really cool project because we basically know what's everything that's on the ISS during docking and non-docking and in between docking. However, sometimes though, we found out that this RFID data does interfere with voltmeters, and that's really critical because the voltmeters are needed for other functions during the ISS. Sometimes the astronauts will just turn off one of our RFID sensors and then we lose track of an object that we were taking inventory of. And so that's what I come in as a summer intern. I'm in charge of creating a software tool, which we've called Megatron, which finds out when a sensor is turned on or turned off based on the discrepancy of the RFID data. So why software engineering? Why love it so much? You're an aerospace engineer. Why aren't you an ECE? Well, personally, I feel that software is really cool because computers do so much work for us that we don't even realize, and it keeps track of all of the sensor data that is vital to having a spacecraft flying and up above in orbit. So even though computers can be boring and they're really hard to talk to, I feel like developing software is really cool because it's like developing a virtual machine that can do so many things and keep track of so many things that we can't even like see with our human eyes. So that being said, some things that I recommend to high school students who are thinking about going to college or plan to go to college is to find out what you like and what you don't like. It's really easy to like go into college thinking that you know what you like something, but not, and then realizing that when you go to college, you find out that you actually don't like it. And that's totally okay because finding out what you don't like is just as important as finding out what you like. Don't be afraid to be who you are, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Questions are good. Questions help you find out who you are and what you want to do as your journey, onto your journey. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Another thing that I would advise for academic advice, if you want to pursue a career in STEM, is to get lots of experiences. Having a good GPA is important, but even though people say you should have like a 3.5 or 3.0 or 4.0, really at the end of the day, you should shoot for learning anything that you can. Learn for the joy of learning. Learn to understand, learn knowing that you're preparing for a job that doesn't exist yet in the industry. Like Realm didn't exist when I started. I don't think it started when it existed as much or wasn't as developed when I started as a freshman in UT Austin. And you know, there might be so many other things. We might be working on supercomputers and like 2030. So learn for the journey. Don't learn just to get a 4.0 or a 4.0 plus. Another thing that I would say is that I chose UT compared to other schools because it was one of the few schools that allowed me to double major in Chinese and aerospace engineering. That was really unique about UT. I'm very glad that I picked UT. Not many other schools allowed me to double major or said that wasn't possible. And that was one of the things that I really truly love about UT is about all of the opportunities. UT is what you make of it. They give you the freedom to explore yourself and to find out who you are and what you want. And if you like engineering or if you don't like engineering, they give you the freedom to let it go, to pursue, or to come back, or to pause and reflect. So that being said, thank you so much for listening to me. Hook 'em horns and have an awesome day.